Good day, good afternoon, good evening everyone. This is ViperAS for Viperland, and today definitely going to be doing a bit of rifting. My monk has increased in power quite a bit since the last time I was streaming and had those technical difficulties which will hopefully not be present today. I have entirely switched my build to the best of my ability from the from Uliana's towards the generator build. I still have some remnants, and so it's clearly not perfect, but just to show real quick what I'm running with, I need to switch that helm for the shoulders eventually, and then get a Leoric's crown, but I don't have that yet. Got Cindercoat and Mage Fist, not great rolls, but hey, Hellfire Amulet, Spirit Guards, just placement holder, belt, and pants until I get what I need. Shenlong's Relentless Assault, which I finally got thanks to actually the charity somebody I was rifting with. They got an extra pair and was just like, hey, anybody want them? So I'm eventually going to get the boots and shoulders. I've got focus, I don't have restraint yet, and I'm also slowly switching back from the no crit, whatever the name of the ring build is, I can't remember off the top of my head, I have it in my stash, towards a actually having crit again build. So my damage is a little lower than it will be once I get some crit. However, I feel like Torment 6 is still going fairly well. And I've been doing Torment 7 and above rifts, so I can do higher, especially now that I have a bit of survivability stacking up, finally. But I'm trying Torment 6 just to keep it a little simpler, keep it a little quicker as well. So the general concept of this build is you stack everything that makes your resource generator basic attack do more damage. That will pretty much be the attack I'll use. Between gems and passives and skills, your resource generator goes from doing 255% damage to just a massive number. I've got Depth Diggers on my things, that's an extra, that just doubles it. This makes you do an extra 1% damage for each point of spirit, up to 320. As well as when it tops out, you get a buff for double damage. I get fire bonuses because it's a fire type at the moment. And the spirit generators have increased attack speed and 300% increased damage. All that adds up along with the gem that I'm using for 37% increased damage and heal for 2% of my max life every time I hit. Needless to say, this singular attack ends up doing quite a bit of damage. It's supported by a lot of stuff to increase survivability, like Desert Shroud for Epiphany, just something to make it so I die less frequently. And the heal, as well as the extra spirit per hit, which keeps our spirit topped off even when it's being drained by the glove's passive ability. Not too shabby. The dash is not what the build author recommends, but I like being able to get around a bit easier, so this is not the exact copy of the build. When I start getting optimized gear and pushing into later stuff, I may switch out the dash for, I believe they recommend the Cyclone Strike along with the freezing passive, so not too bad. And on the right click, Inner Sanctuary Forbidden Palace, seems to be a bit of a issue with that guy there, makes it so that I take less damage as well as deal a bit more damage. So overall, all the damage is coming from the left click, everything else kind of supports it. Clearly I've got my little dude doing a bit of damage too, but he doesn't do that much. I have not optimized his gear at all, so he is doing very suboptimal damage and tankiness. But overall, since I've switched from Uliana's to this, I've noticed actually a jump in damage. I hear Uliana's is really good endgame, but this is the one I was aiming for to begin with. I always wanted to run this build. The game just decided to give me 6 pieces of Uliana's before I got 2 pieces of the fist set, so it's what I was running while I could. But now that this is up and running, not too shabby. It doesn't have quite the burst damage that Uliana's did. Uliana's could take the group down really fast, but this has got more sustained damage and higher damage in my opinion, for now. Again, I'm sure at higher gear levels it's different. I may actually besides go the completely wrong way over here. I may open this game up to the party just to let other people in. Speed things up. Actually, I'm going to do that. Yeah, open game to public as a rifting game. So people will start joining. And if it starts going really smooth, oh wow, that was fast. If it starts going really smooth, I may bump it up to Torment 7. Or if it goes crazy, I might go up to Torment 8, I don't know. Not quite sure what I can handle yet. I haven't been pushing the limits too much, and my gear keeps improving, so it's hard to tell. It used to be that my toughness was my limiting factor. Now my toughness is up a decent amount. So now I think my damage is actually the limiting factor, so we'll see how it goes. Either way, with the group bonuses we should be getting more legendaries and have a better chance at filling out the slots we need. Which is the whole point. And more Death's Breaths. I am totally out of those, or I was before I started this rift. Greater Rifts, I'm kinda sad that Greater Rifts don't give any of those. So when I was rifting to get my gems leveled up, not much else was happening in the terms of being able to do Death's Breath and whatnot. Re-rolling the stuff I need to re-roll. And right now I need to get those shoulders so that I can replace the helm. The Leoric's crown is apparently pretty highly recommended for this, simply because you need cooldown reduction. The point is to be able to keep your defensive stuff up pretty much at all times. As it is, I can keep it up for a while, but the cooldowns are not up 100% yet. So I gotta start working on that. Get a little more cooldown reduction, and getting double gem reduction from the helm will help drastically. But I don't want to just go and YOLO re-roll the helmet and hope to get the shoulders, because if it gets another piece that I need that slot for, all of a sudden the build does nothing. So I'd rather wait and try and get the shoulders. Via gambling or a drop, I mean, could happen. But so far I've just been shard gambling for it. To no avail as of yet, but that could change instantly. All it takes is one lucky gamble to get it. Arcane Sentry is the slayer of all. Doesn't help that there's clearly somebody here who's Paragon 32. Not to say they can't be geared with only 32 Paragon levels. I'm saying they're just probably a leecher. But we're going pretty smooth, so if they die a lot, that's their own issue, not mine. If we had two obvious leechers, and who knows, maybe he stacked experience gain, so it actually might be better for me to have him around. I don't know, and I don't care enough to stop and inspect his gear. This is actually going pretty well. Oh, ooh, the collectors. I love these guys. They're the guys that can drop the Death's Breath. There you go. They dropped 6 of them. I've seen it go higher, but even then, I seem to always be low on those things nowadays. So, if they can drop 6 of them for me just for killing a little goblin in a few hits, I will take it. And finally spend my points. Oh, actually, I could probably switch those out. I was doing lifetime hit because I didn't have stuff I needed yet. Now I can actually switch it to area damage and probably do a bit more damage. Slowly but surely. Right now I should be able to have my gem do most of my healing. And with these new bracers that I got a few minutes ago, just attacking bumps up my toughness drastically. And I will pretty much always be attacking, so why not? Should be able to do the area damage. I don't know. Everyone recommends area damage, so I'm sure it must be good. But I don't know. I feel like I don't see a tangible benefit from it. It must be good. Everyone recommends it, so I'll use it. But I feel like it's not quite as noticeable an increase as other forms of DPS. Could just be me, though. And maybe I've just never gotten it high enough to notice. Ooh, oh man, if that's the other ring in the set, I'm gonna be so happy. If that's the other ring in the set, then streamer RNG is real. Nope, it's another focus, but it's already socketed, and it's ancient, so I'm gonna re-roll that once I get a few trips back to town. That has the potential to be a really good ring. Doesn't finish a set bonus, but still could definitely be an upgrade. I didn't look at the stats it had, actually. Intelligence, attack speed, life. Kinda sad it dropped intelligence. That is not helpful. So I probably won't be wasting anything rolling that. Even as dexterity, I don't think it'll be drastically better than what I have. I might waste one shot on the intelligence and try for dexterity, see if it goes high enough to make it worthwhile. Oop, there's a helm. Probably nothing I really... Oh, unless it's a Leoric's crown. I mean, I know there's a way to just do the storyline to get... Is that honestly Leoric's crown? Did that really just drop for me? It did. Okay, I was going to do it the storyline way. That's how I was going to get it done. Because if you kill Leoric in campaign mode for the first time, he has not a guaranteed chance to drop it, but a very high chance to drop that helm. So I was just going to do it that way. And more, I'm going to try and actually kill the goblin. Goblin's got to go. The boss can die in his... Like, we'll kill the boss, but if the goblin's already dropping legendaries, may as well keep that going. I think this is actually the most legendaries I've gotten from a rift so far. Some from the boss? Nah. Oh, I got no bag space. Let's drop that and that for a token. Scoundrel token's a shame. I don't really need scoundrel. That's good enough. I think that was a... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got a set piece. Okay. Fist weapon. It's probably what I already got. I don't know if there's another set fist weapon, so... But maybe it's an upgrade to one of them. We will see. That was a profitable rift. It's probably because I have other people. I don't normally do multiplayer just because of laziness, but apparently now it's just massively better to be in a party than it is to be solo. So I may as well give it a go. So what did we get? We got the follower cannot die for scoundrel, which is not bad. I may switch to him at some point. A not quite as good gloves, but I needed to roll a socket on the ones I had anyway. So let's see, life per hit, I could probably reroll and I'd get the... not fantastic. Focus I'm going to put one into and give it a shot. So even if just those... I'll hold on to that for now. Gonna try and reroll the ring intelligence real fast, see if that makes a noticeable difference. It's already socketed, so... And it's got attack speed, so it has some potential if I can get dexterity. Is that enough to bump it up? It is. Okay, so I'll just unsocket the old one. Per usual, try not to spend too much of my time just chilling in town doing stuff, but if I can get a noticeable upgrade, I may as well. Let's see, pop the old ring somewhere where it doesn't matter too much. Scoundrel token for later. Gloves I might try and mess with. Maybe I can roll them better. And the crown will be useful once I can finally get my shoulders. So, fingers crossed. If we can get everything we need from this singular run, that would blow my mind. Nope. Okay, we only got the helm and a better ring and other upgrades. I'd say we're good. Alright, is everyone back from the rift? Yes, they are, so I can close it. And wait the 30 seconds for the new one. May as well dance. So hello to the two people watching live. Hope you're enjoying. Hopefully this is going to go pretty well. I've mentioned before, but I'm going to keep saying, I'm still fairly new to the monk. I've only played this one a little bit, just enough to get this gear. This is not optimal whatsoever. Oh, I should double check while we're waiting for that to close anyway. I no longer need that at all, actually. But I don't have at the moment, a better weapon to put in there. Depth diggers, I still need... the root chambers, that was the other one I was using. Okay. I don't believe I have a weapon to shard for that. Nope. So I'm just going to have to keep my eyes open for a better weapon to cube for that guy. Because I no longer need the 7-sided strike. I'm not using it. It's a wasted slot. I could put anything there, it would be better. So I'm going to keep an eye open. Be great if I could get one of the ones I actively need, but we'll worry about that as it goes along. Though I do kind of miss the 14-sided strike. That was definitely the best part of the Uliana's build. But that was really the only way it was doing damage, and I didn't have enough cooldown reduction to get it low enough to be consistent. And Artis in the chat is asking me if I'm playing multiplayer. I am, though it's just random multiplayer people. It's not like friends, it's not people I know. I just opened my game to the public. So this is just my monk attempting to get better drops to fill in the gaps for the stuff I still need, and progress. That's kind of how things go. And I get to punch things a lot, so that's always a fun part of the monk class. Also, I love the way these set fists look. It just looks like I'm wearing boxing gloves. And it's just, like, the mental, even just looking at it right there, it just, I don't know, it cracks me up. Me running around with a pair of boxing gloves, beating things with fire. That said, if anybody's watching that wants to play, and has a character of somewhere around Torment 6 level, give or take, my battle tag is both in the description, it's also here, ViperAS, hashtag 1241. So if people have a seasonal character and want to give it a shot, I'll drop the random party and party up with viewers, of course. But for now it's going pretty smooth. Sometimes it can be hit or miss with randoms, and we clearly have a leecher, but whatever. Not too worried about it. As long as we're not actually being like slowed down drastically. Oh wow, up to 25 Death's Breath. I'm fairly new to Torment 6 on the Monk, so I'm used to like Torment 1, 2, 3, where Death's Breath kinda comes slowly. This is much nicer. What the hell are they fighting? Oh, they just got minions, okay. And if I can get my friend Saito to get on later, I have a puzzle ring that I want to cube to get to the Realm of Greed, but I promised him that I'd wait if I ever got one for him, because I've already been to the realm. I just got a lucky goblin portal, but he still doesn't have Boon of the Hoarder and has never seen the place, so I'm kind of hoping to try and get him on. And as you can see, with the Rue Chamber ring and my Infused with Light, even though I'm draining 60 Spirit a second when I get it topped off for the extra 100% damage, I can keep that maintained as long as I have things to punch, which is not shabby. Like, it's trying to drain, but if I'm surrounded by people, it ain't going anywhere. Just a pretty constant DPS buff. And even if it does drop all the way, it only takes me a few seconds to get it back up to being topped off anyway. As long as I can start getting more cooldown reduction, that would be good. Yeah, I think leveling that gem to 25, which got me the 2% of my maximum life gained every time I hit something with a spirit generator, has been a massive increase to my survivability. For a while before I started streaming, I didn't think this was going to go too well, because I was coming very close to death very often, even in Torment like 5. But this has gotten a bit better. Ah, looks like we have a viewer from another time zone. For me, it is 2:43 p.m. Don't know if you can tell from up there. So, where are you watching from? That's a if you're 9:42, that's a pretty drastic difference. I'm just gonna skip ahead of the group. They can handle back there. I'll start clearing up here. I may miss like a legendary drop, but I don't know, I don't think so. If I see them start to encounter like 3 or 4 bosses, I'll just portal back to them. Or wait for them to come over here. I was hoping for conduit. Always gotta hope for the conduit shrine. Oh, is that the blood thief? Yes, okay. These guys are also important. Not as good to me, in my opinion, as the collectors, because I really fly through Death's Breath. But gladly take 300 shards, yeah, not too bad. Gives me a better chance at those damn shoulders I still need. That said, if I get another piece of that same set from a drop, I can always just start trying to re-roll it. Kinda gonna play it by ear as stuff keeps going. Though I may, now that I got a group going and it's a little less important for me to be traveling super frequently, I'm going to change the dashing strike to, which was using blinding speed for a little extra tankiness. I was using the other one because I was farming for the Hellfire Amulet, and just trying to find those stupid key wardens is not something I enjoy. So extra speed is nice. But now, if I were to pop those, there you go, 127 mil toughness. Not too bad. I can keep that maintained fairly decently. And I don't think that extra run speed was really helping during bosses, per se. So I should... I need to get my crit chance up higher. That's what I gotta do. Not quite enough at the moment. Still, he dropped fairly decently. And nothing of note dropping from him. Okay. Gonna try and gamble for those shoulders. See what we get. And hope for the best. Come on, shoulders. Come on, shoulders. That's bracers, man. For the longest time I was gambling bracers because I didn't have the ones I needed. So now it's just habit. Alright, so I wasted 2 gambles. Now we just need a bit more bag space, see if we can get the shoulders. Fingers crossed, streamer RNG. The same damn shoulders I'm already wearing. I've gotten Uliana's strength a lot of times. Alright, whatever. It's not like the build is broken, it'll just be more optimal if I can finally get those. And we got a few more shards anyway. I don't think there was anything pressing I was going to try and reroll. So, just close the rift, move on to the next. Still no weapon. I need a new cube weapon. I don't need this anymore. So as soon as something drops that has any beneficial effect whatsoever, I'll cube it. And of course the waiting for rift dance. There we go, finally. I can see why it gives you the 30 seconds, because you kind of need people to be able to pick stuff up, but I don't know. Can take a little bit of waiting. Those 30 seconds add up, man. Nice strong start, already got a pack of blues. Hopefully this one will go fairly quickly. Not that they've been going slow, but quicker rifts, more drops, more chances at shoulders. Ah man, I need those shoulders. They're not the only thing I need, but things will go definitely noticeably better once I can get the shoulders, if hopefully they're halfway decent. Because the amount of cooldown reduction I'm going to get from switching to Lurik's Crown will be, I hope, noticeable. we will see. Should hopefully allow me to actually try and keep my stuff up almost 100%. I may as well, while they're all shooting at stuff, get a little more resist. There. Tad bit tougher. Ah, archers. Don't like the archers simply because they don't tend to bunch up for me. Though, I could always switch my dash for the Cyclone Strike, that would help a bit. I can already say, for the people watching live, today's stream is not going to be my longest one. It is really, really warm today in the Northeast, and I can't run my AC while streaming because people won't be able to hear, and it has a 50-50 shot at just knocking out the power, which would be a terrible way to interrupt the stream. So, I don't know how long the stream is going to be today. I'll stream for as long as I can hold out the heat. I got a fan going that hopefully people cannot hear. Don't want to have, like, excess white noise on the stream. But the fan for now is holding out. How many Death's Breath? 34 already. Wow, okay, this is going very good for those. Once I can get a nice supply of Death's Breath as well as a few Keystones, I can try and get this to 25, which will also get me a quite honestly staggering amount of cooldown reduction. I think that gives me 15% just from that gem, if I can keep 15 stacks, which is not difficult. But I need quite a few Death's Breath just for chancing things, re-rolling things, the usual. I don't know what my group is doing kind of gathered down there, but whatever, as long as we're killing stuff. Just have to make sure to check if we're split to keep an eye open for any legendary drops. Or, even luckier, would be nice for set drops. At this point I think the only legendary I really... oh, I could use weapons. I could definitely use some weapons. So never mind, I'll take whatever I can get. Inventory's doing okay. Seriously, what are... I guess they're just picking up stragglers. I'm trying to aim for the bigger groups and or champion elite packs. Looks like the rest of the party is not, which is fine. It's all progress towards the boss, so no skin off my back. And a conduit right for the boss. Not too bad. Wait, come on, get back here. He should drop like that, pretty quick. Keystone and not much else. Alright. Not the most profitable riff, but still not shabby. Just gonna go and close it. And fingers crossed for shoulders. Nada. Okay. Wow, apparently got a few achievements there. Haven't really been paying attention to achievements. Been trying to do a few of these. I guess I gotta extract 10 legendary powers to be able to get this, and that's about it. I'll do that slowly but surely. And because I closed the other one really quick, forcing everyone else to go a little faster, we got the next rift up and running already. Still no shoulders, still no weapon for the cube. Maybe this time. I don't know. While I'm definitely looking forward to getting the items to complete this build in a more uh, complete sense than it is now, as it is, it's kind of a hodgepodge of what's left over of my old build and trying to switch this. If I can get this one truly the items I need, that'll be fantastic, but I'm also in no real hurry. The fun is playing the game, and I'm already more powerful than I thought I'd be at this point, so I'll take what I can get. If it takes a little while, that's fine by me. Though that Paragon 47 dude, kinda curious what his gear looks like. Okay, maybe not being totally carried, but probably not able to handle T6. They're probably, hopefully doing pretty well here. Oh, 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 don't want to get frozen. Honestly, at this point, the things that are... The only stuff that really worries me in T6 is, like, the arcane enchanted dudes. I don't know, those just always seem to do way more damage than anything else. So maybe if I can get one more gear upgrade, I'll push it up to 7. Seems like 7 is doable. Judging by how quick everything else is dying and how little health I'm actually losing. But I don't know if there's a noticeable, like, drop chance increase between 6 and 7. I've seen the chart, but I don't remember the exact differences. But hey, why not? May as well go to the highest we can handle with any decent amount of speed. So it's kind of funny, between them just seeming to want to kill everything and kind of slowing down a bit, I haven't really paid much attention to my party. I don't really know what they're even running, per se. But that's fine. Don't really have to be paying attention to them, just gotta be killing stuff. And getting my Paragon bonus. Almost at 200, almost got a one thing maxed out. Would be nice to get that out of the way. I tend to have like windows of getting luck. Like the first Rift I was streaming about 20 minutes ago, clearly had good luck on that one. Got a lot of legendaries, even though not all were things I needed. I still got some upgrades and a lot of excitement, because every time you see that little ray of light, you get at least a little excited. There's always the chance that it'll be something good. And then the past 2 rifts, nothing. Just kinda nothing at all. My luck comes in waves, I guess. Oh, well, it's not gonna be something I need, but hey. Maybe it'll have a good passive I can steal. Or absolutely nothing whatsoever. That could be it too. Though, honestly, I could probably give that to my Templar. I don't think he has an ancient one-handed weapon, so that'll probably be an upgrade for him. Keep that aside. So not all is bad. Gonna head up this way, actually try and clean out as much of the map as I can while we're here. And try and find the big packs like these guys. As well as everyone's favorite Pool of Reflection, which I apparently can't portal through that wall. Okay. And now we should probably start heading towards the exit. Looks like we got most of the map. Oh, they found something. I wish I had something to make the dash uptime a bit more. I know there are some sets or legendaries that'll do it, but I don't think I have any of them, and I don't think they fit in this build. Oh, these guys are still up. Okay, which somebody had noticed to that, me included. Okay, I was kind of curious to see how much damage that would do to me in T6, but I guess I dodged it, so that doesn't really help me test anything. Between my extra passive and my dodge on, there you go, on the dashing strike, I have a decent amount, so that helps a bit. Just apparently not for testing purposes. Just about time for the boss. Hopefully we get like one chant pack or something. Get him out of here quick. Like that. That works too. Except where the... Oh, did he spawn on the other floor? Nope. Okay. That's much better. I was worried for a second. This guy should drop fairly quick. Not as fast as I'd like, but not bad. Clean up a little bit just for a safer teleport out. Alright, close that guy up. Yeah, close that guy up. Don't really care. And shoulders. Nope. No, I don't need an armor passive right now. I'm good on armor passives. Still need the weapon passive. Those can go away. That one I'm still giving to my follower. Who is... I don't remember where they gather in this one. Over here maybe? Yeah, there they are. Templar. I think that'll be... Yeah, a little upgrade. Oh, and I can take this. 20% chance to chain lightning enemies when you hit them. It's nothing wonderful, but it's better than a wasted slot. So let's get that done. I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, not that. 5, and some of those, I think. Yep, there we go. It's not what I was aiming for, but it'll do. It's better than something for skill I don't use. Not those. Okay, good draw on the next one. And I guess now we got a chance to shock things for what little damage that'll be worth. Would be nice if that made a noticeable difference, but I don't imagine it's gonna. That said, we do have quick enough attack speed. Any AoE helps a bit, I suppose. Though I wish it said, oh, pants. Pants could be good. No, I actually don't need pants, but they can't be bad. Worst case, I get a shard. Somebody said in chat that for the OP build I need the Lion's Fist. I actually have 2 separate Lion's Fists in my stash. And that was the build I was using before. I may switch back to it at some point, but right now for the gear I have, this is more powerful. The Uliana's build is really good, it's just not quite as good for the gear I have right now. So, that was the build I was following for a while. Now I'm trying to switch to this one, just because it's already performing better for the moment. If I can get all the things I need for the Uliana's build, I'll switch back, because from what it looks like, that thing is a powerhouse. but this is doing okay as well. Though I should, when I get a chance... Oh, those look like black... No, they look like what I'm already wearing. So I doubt they're any noticeably different. Could be though, I'll ID them when I get a chance. My artist is saying they gotta go. Thanks for tuning in for a while. Hope you enjoyed. What amulet was that dropped? Not good enough at telling what they are from the icon. Unless it was an Ouroboros again. I've gotten probably 5 of those since the season started. I can pretty much spot those at a glance now. Oh. This one has been going a bit better in terms of drops. I'll take it. Very gladly take it. Alright, I at least want to see if the pants were any good. Yes, I can use the cube to change the pants for another part of the set, but I actually already have all 6 pieces of Uliana's. What I'm missing to get the build to work a bit better is a lot of the like support items, like the two-handed weapon that makes it so your 7-sided strike is 60% cooldown. That's really the big thing I'm missing, as well as the, I can't remember if they're bracers that make it so you spread your palm, whatever they call it. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I really need those to get it to work efficiently. Again, it was a fun build, I didn't have enough cooldown reduction on 7-sided strike to make it really viable at the moment. But I'm keeping all the set pieces around because I may switch back. Till then, this one just clears faster and at a higher torment, so even if I want to switch back to the other one, this is better for now just to acquire the items I need. That cube is wonderful though. I am loving the addition of the cube. Though I always tend to come back for seasons anyway, at least for a little bit, the cube would have drawn me back even if it wasn't for the season start. Wow, okay, this is probably my best rift so far today. Even if all these are garbage, it's better than I've been doing. Though I don't think I need any set amulet at the moment. I could be mistaken. Be difficult to replace the Hellfire at this point in time. We may actually get the Rift boss without having to go to level 2 of this place. We'll see. Wanted the bonus for the boss. Or for the champion, elite, whatever. Always get the name screwed up. And there we go. I was hoping he was going to spawn soon. Keep my toughness up a little bit. And down he goes. Oh, I forgot this guy does that. I'm not sure if they share health at that point or if I just got lucky and picked the right one. I haven't actually fought that boss enough times to know. Alright, now to ID all of this stuff and hope that even if one of them's good, that'll be fantastic. are those are downgrade from what I got. Duration of stun effects, don't really care. Ouroboros, of course, I knew that I was going to get that one again. And the ring was another focus, not that great. So nothing. Oh, and the spear, yeah, whatever. Still hoping for restraint instead of another focus, but it's not shabby. Still a good haul. More homing pads. Those are another common one for me, it seems. Which of these do I don't care about homing pads at all. Don't care about the spear. Those are downgrade. Is there any reason to hold on to that? I don't think so. That one's just not as good. And that's gone. So I got a lot of shards. Time for another one. I mean, if I could get that many legendaries in every rift, then things would be going well, but clearly not all the time. RNGesus smiled on me for that one, though. Though I will kind of miss having the two-piece Ulianas, which I'm really just wearing just because I don't have anything better for those slots right now. But just putting Exploding Palm, even on a build that's not meant for it. Yes, Alan Walker, I believe I'm going to say. The chat's a bit small from this distance on my second monitor. Is saying that they've got the full Uliana's build, but don't like the Broken Promises ring. I had an issue with that too. It was great for that spike damage, but transitioning from that back to crit has definitely slowed me down. My damage should be higher, but I actively avoided crit for so long that I feel it hindered me when I want to switch back to being able to crit things. So, it's a good thing probably for theory crafting, I guess, but I ended up not liking it either. But apparently it's, I guess, slightly better, so people are always going to say to use it, but I don't know. It didn't mesh with what I was looking for. And again, it's crippled my ability to switch it back to a crit build, which is not nice. Gotta remember to keep checking my map if my party members are not going to be sticking anywhere near me whatsoever. Oh, until they teleport to me. Hopefully they don't die immediately to the arcane. That would be kinda hilarious, kinda sad. Oh, wow, man, everyone is just... I guess this is what happens when you open the game to the public. Bunch of people that have just hit 70 go, I can do Torment 6, I want to get carried. Admittedly, they're not actually slowing me down that much, but, like, come on, 1 leecher I get, 2, maybe, all 3? Come on. But honestly, I feel like I get more of a benefit from having even 3 leechers around for the extra experience, gold, and magic find. I still feel like it's probably better than having none of them around. So I'll keep doing this for the moment. It's also kinda hilarious watching them die repeatedly. Not gonna lie. And hey, maybe they end up getting good items and can pull their weight. Though they'll probably leave as soon as they can do that to go straight for like Torment 10 and leech off of that. Was that Death Breath? Yeah. Death's Breath is a difficult thing to say, I've learned. It just, I don't know, it feels difficult to say. Death's Breaths feels weird. Now I'm just rambling, clearly. Thought I heard a legendary, but now I should know they're not going to be killing anything. The likelihood of them killing something for legendary is not impossible, but it's not a good chance whatsoever. Just kind of trying to fill out the random bits of the map before I head to the next one. Next floor, that is. Oh, I did forget. Yeah, there are Paragon restrictions for higher Torments, which is probably why all the low Paragon people jump straight to Torment 6 to try and farm it up. I had totally forgotten about that. I feel like by the time I'm naturally ready to do those, I'll already have a high enough Paragon level to enter it. I don't actually know. I don't remember what the restrictions are. Like, I don't remember what the numbers for Paragon are. But I do remember reading that there was a restriction, which is nice. Keeps people from just immediately going, I want to go to Torment 10 and slow them down. Whereas here, it's not that noticeable. I imagine at Torment 10 it would be a thing. I didn't even see what dropped. Whatever, I'll ID it later. It won't be too great for me. Oh, they actually killed something. I'm surprised. But it didn't drop a legendary, so not even going to bother going over right now. Can I just jump down? I can. That saves a bunch of time. The build guide for this build says not to use the dashing strike, but man, would I miss it without it. Just the amount of utility for it. And I would feel really slow. Though the ability to pull everything within a radius into me and freeze them is also pretty nice. So, could change. I could switch back. And clear this one out. Hopefully they don't interrupt. Clearly I should keep a pair of the homing pads around just to portal out faster. Come on, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. No shoulder. Okay. I can hope. Technically, I got enough stuff I could just start upgrading shoulders. But I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I'll save that as an option for later. I'd rather have the extra death's breaths right now. Oh no, a leecher left. It's a shame. Ghostly Fallen Champion when attacking. You know, I could probably sack that to the cube. I don't know if that would be any better or worse than 20% at Chain Lightning. Yeah. Give it a shot. I gotta get 10 things in there anyway for the conquest, or the whatever they're calling it. Try that guy. What is it? The Season Journey, that's it. Okay. They're always changing names and stuff. And pop my Paragon point real fast and hop in. Back to the killing. Okay, somebody who's actually Torment 6 capable joined. I would hope. I mean, just having a high Paragon does not automatically mean that they can do Torment 6, just like having a low doesn't automatically mean they can't. Maybe they got super lucky. Maybe their first boss kill dropped every piece of their set. But it seems more likely that the longer they've played, the more capable they are of actually killing things in Torments. And it seems like barbarians are fairly strong right now. Whenever I've had a random party with one or two, things have gone fairly quick. Also, it's just hilarious to see him spin around like that. if I were to ever roll a Barbarian, I would totally roll a spin to win Barbarian. Have no idea the stuff they're putting on the ground. I assume it's beneficial, I guess. I don't... Barbarians are actually the other class I haven't spent a lot of time with. I've been mostly Crusader, Witch Doctor, Wizard, Demon Hunter, so Barbarian, and until now, Monks didn't have too much knowledge of. I just know Whirlwind looks fun. Yay, shield shrines, and now all those big hits I was taking won't be big hits. Yeah. That's totally as good as a conduit or anything else. Hell, I would have taken the cooldown reduction one, that would have helped. Not drastically, but better than the shield. Yeah, I've heard about the Sages set, but I don't actually have the plans for that yet. I didn't know if it was a crafted or dropped one, actually. If it is a crafted one, I'll have to do some more act clear bounties so I can get more plans to get that set. I had seen that bonus for the extra Death's Breath, and I want that. That will definitely come in handy. So, at the moment, I'm kind of in my groove for the Rifts, but I definitely plan on getting that set. Now that I know it's crafted, that is a thing I fully intend on doing. I thought I'd just gotten unlucky for drops, but I'm going to have to start doing bounties anyway, again, because I'm running out of those act materials, so at the same time I can try and get those plans. It seems like, with the way the game is now with the cube, that anything that increases your chance at Death's Breath is pretty good. Oh, another dead end. Joy. Alright, backtracking. Not a huge fan of the, like, Act 5 tile sets for Rifts. I like Act 5 as an act. I liked the story was okay. I liked the music, I liked the art design. The music was fantastic, but in Rifts, I don't know, they just don't feel that great. What's that? Oh, we got a conduit on a dead end, and I didn't even notice. Hopefully whoever's up there is killing a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that one zap. Totally good. Finish off those guys. Alright. The conduit's done anyway, I'll spend that. What is my cooldown reduction at? 36. That is not nearly high enough. Gotta get that shoulder so I can get the Leoric's crown and get that rolling a bit higher. And I'm missing it on a few pieces of gear as well, but that'll have to wait. Yep, I will just find every dead end on these maps, just every time. If there is a dead end to find, I will run into it. I was gonna go up there until I looked at the map. Ooh, set piece drop down there for me. Somebody's clearing a bit ahead. Probably the Barbarian. I doubt anyone else is. Belt. I don't think at the moment I need any set belts. That said, I'm wearing just an offset belt because it was the best statistically one that I had at the moment. Better to have something off the set than nothing, I guess. That barbarian does, another dead end, does definitely clear fast. And pop the stuff, kill the guardian. I don't know. In the chat, it's mentioned that it might be a good idea to implement like an auto pickup for materials and gems and stuff, and I can definitely see the use of that. I can also see maybe Blizzard's point of view might be that if you auto pick up all the stuff that's worth auto pickupping already, like, at what point does the game pretty much play itself? But as somebody who's playing the game, I can definitely see the benefit of not having to click on every little thing. Oh my god, are those really the shoulders? No, they're not. They're Sun Wukong. Son of a... They look... like, the art for the icon looks very similar compared to the ones that I'm actually looking for. And I've been fooled by that before. Got my hopes up. Oh yeah, we got a belt. It's the same belt I'm wearing. Maybe it'll be better stats on it. I don't think 0.2 damage is enough to lose almost 10% toughness. Not worth it in my opinion. And I don't care enough to roll a set that I'm not going to wear for long. So not too much out of that rift. I hope that wasn't the barb. That was the barb, of course. And one of the other people. Alright, people come and go. Maybe after this I'll start doing a few greater rifts solo to try and get my gem up a few more levels. As it is, I don't think the per level increase on that thing is that drastic, but getting it to 25 will be a decent... I think it's 15% cooldown reduction, so I am going to aim for that. And I can try and, with my new gear, try and see how high I can push my ability to do those rifts. I think my highest now is like solo 32, so I should be able to go a little higher. I'm thinking 35 should be doable. Maybe higher than that, I don't know. And it's getting to the point where Torment 6 is just flying by, so that's a good sign for higher torments. Even in a party with somebody who's clearly not pulling their weight, it's going pretty quickly. And I finally got, what I got, 8 Keystones and 64 Death's Breath, so I'm getting a bit of a stockpile up. And who knows, maybe the greater rifts will give me the upgrades I need too. Could happen. I think greater rifts have the same drop chance for... I'm not sure. I believe I had read that a greater rift should drop as many legendaries as its equivalent level rift. But I don't have any direct source on that, so I could be mistaken. It's just something I kind of recall hearing. So yeah, after this one I think I'll drop the partied game, make a new game, and do at least 1 or 2 greater rifts, see how high I can push it. Now that my damage is up, a bit higher, that might help. Toughness doesn't seem to be an issue, at least in Torment 6. Other than standing in the arcane stuff, I don't think I've seen it drop at all. Defense never hurts. Conduit? Yes, conduit. Okay. I was just randomly hoping. Not quite as powerful as I recall it being when it was first introduced, but I'm glad they bumped the time back up to 60 seconds. 15 seconds of conduit is just not enough. He seems to have found a guy down there, but I'm not gonna go back. If the other party members do, cool. I'm not gonna. That portrait, does anyone who might be watching either now or later on leave in the comments, does anybody know how to get that portrait? I've seen it only here and on the guide video for the guide, hit the mic, for the guide I'm following now. It looks really awesome, so I imagine it's probably not easy to get, or something that you could only get for limited time and I probably missed it. But if anyone knows, please let me know. Gotta stop punching the mic away from my face, that doesn't help any at all. Oh, Heroes of the Storm, okay. I don't really play much Heroes of the Storm. Got it. Thank you, chat, for the info. Is it hard to get in Heroes of the Storm? I've only installed it and played the tutorial, so I don't really know too much about the game. Oh, sweet, legendary potion. That could... wow, and bracers. The potion alone is by default gotta be an upgrade. I mean, anything is better than the standard potion. Kool-Aid. I love Kool-Aid. Okay, let's switch that over. So now I can go through walls, and I don't know if those are the bracers I'm looking for. I'm still looking for bracers for my other... no, not what I'm looking for, but I'll keep those around. I might cube those, because that bonus could be pretty handy. Especially if I was going for like a speed farming build. I wish there was a shorter cooldown on that dashing strike. Which, in theory, should benefit when I get more cooldown reduction. I think it benefits that skill, though I haven't tested it yet. But yeah, if you get a really sweet portrait like that from Heroes of the Storm, I may have to start playing a little bit. See if I can unlock it myself. Though, I still like the seasonal ones. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll stream myself being terrible at Heroes of the Storm. I'm sure people would love to watch that. A bit of sarcasm, just a tad. Though I enjoy MOBA games, I'm not good at them, so I tend to not play too much. In a game type like that, being sucky kind of brings down the whole team, so... Whereas if I suck at Diablo, I could just stay in a single player game and nobody cares. Okay, so it's level 12 in Heroes of the Storm. That, I don't know how quick the levels go or what the level cap is, but that seems like a reasonable thing. It seems like if you just play long enough, you'll get it one way or the other. Probably get it faster if you play well, but we'll see. Maybe I'll give it a go. Oh, by 8th of September. Oh, if it's a time-locked thing, I ain't getting it. I'll let that one pass me by. But thank you for the information, I appreciate it. And out of this rift we go. Close that. Diablo 3 I've technically been playing since its original release, but I kind of come and go. I'll play for bursts. I'll play for like a few weeks, a month at a time, and then kind of let it slide by, play other games, wait for a patch, wait for a new season. So I bought the game day one, where Nobody could really log into the servers because it went terrible day one. Ooh, ooh, that's pretty nice. Critical hit damage, Way of the Hundred Fists. I wonder if I could switch that Way of the Hundred Fists for something, anything. Wait, am I using Way of the Hundred? No, I'm using Crippling Wave. What else can that roll? Yeah, Dexterity, Vitality would be great. Crippling Wave would be okay. Yeah, sure. That could be a much better belt. Even just Dexterity alone brings it lower toughness. I'm gonna give it a go. We're gonna try that. I'm gonna keep the old one around in case I need to be a bit tougher. And we're gonna go try the Greater Rift. In a solo game, I don't think these guys are gonna really carry their weight in a Greater Rift at all. And though I've been playing Diablo 3 for a while, I tended to be either Demon Hunter, Wizard, or Witch Doctor. The past 2 seasons I've played pretty much exclusively Witch Doctor. I like pet builds. But I wanted to try a new class for this one. These are going to get stored for a later possibility. The belt I'll keep... no, I can't switch in a Rift anyway, Greater Rift, so I'll pop them there. Should be alright. I think I'm going to switch back to the AoE. I didn't really notice this doing much, so I'd rather have the at least noticeable AoE, even if it's a terrible one. So I can queue up to... I've done some in a group with a guy with my friend Saito, who was yes, they could help me with a Greater Rift 1. You are correct. The group definitely could have done that. But if I'm going to try and at least go higher than I've gone solo before, it might not be the best of plans. I was saying something before I read the chat, but I don't remember. Oh yeah, I can queue up a little higher because Saito was better gear than I was for a good while. I might be close to his gear level now, and we were doing higher level ones just at the better drop chance. But in terms of me doing it solo, that's not the normal. That's not how high I've gone. And Paragon 180, only 20 more till I can finally cap out my first categories. I should have done a Greater Rift 1 while I was there. Just like, they go in expecting to be carried through high level stuff, and I queue up like a level 1 Greater Rift, and like, yeah! The max Torment level right now is Torment 10, which is bumped up very recently, just from the new patch. It used to be 6. I don't believe there's ever been a cap on Paragon levels. Or at least, I don't think lately there's been a cap on Paragon levels. When they were introduced, there might have been. Yeah, it was originally Paragon 1000. Now, it's unlimited cap, but after a while, you're realistically not going to be gaining levels. At least not readily. The experience gain... Like, the amount you need to go up a level goes up so drastically at higher levels. But the amount of points you need, since you get a point in every... once you get 200, you can fill out a category, is the point of it. You can... Like, I'll have maxed out Spirit... don't die. Okay, I shouldn't be checking this on Greater Rift. But I think you get the point. You can max out your first point, or your first, trying to focus on the game and think of words right now, and it's just not going well. Is it obvious? I think you know what I mean, though. These Mallet Lords still... I got a decent dodge chance, but if they hit me, that does a bit of damage. A large bit of damage. And my defensive cooldown is still not 100% uptime. I want to get Epiphany, Desert Shroud up all the time. Not enough cooldown reduction yet though. So I had hope that standing in my little circle does enough, as well as dodging out of the way of big explosions. Alright, I will take a quick pop the area damage and that. Okay. I feel like those might help enough that the time lost. Also, I'm doing okay for time. My kill speed seems alright here. And I gotta keep a little bit more of an eye on my defenses and my health. Like that. Should have dodged through that one. But at least my kill speed is going... It's not lagging behind. And a big guy over here. I'll pop definitely my Desert Shroud for this guy. Yeah, that helps. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, moving away. Frickin' lightsabers, man. They do all the damage. But then he dies. There's definitely something to be said about the satisfaction of seeing like 4 or 5 legendaries drop at the end of a Greater Rift. Doesn't always happen. I've definitely had Greater Rifts where I get like, oh, I got one thing. But, kind of hoping, especially now that I'm going into the mid-30s, that I get a nice loot explosion at the end. Though, definitely hope the next floor doesn't have as many Mallet Lords. Okay, so if the Paragon levels unlock the Torment difficulties, right now it looks like I should be able to do Paragon or Torment 8, and in 20 levels I should be able to do Torment 9. Okay. I'm not even sure if I'd be able to handle those right now, but it's good to know. So Torment 10 is out of my reach until Paragon 250, but if I start going up to higher Paragons, or higher Torments, I'll level quicker, that whole snowball effect. This is a very snowball-y game. I'm okay with that, but it's noticeable, like, oh, you get that one extra item you need, now you're getting more items quicker, so you're more likely to get more powerful quicker, you gain more levels quicker, it all just kinda snowballs. In a good way. I think it's very satisfying. It's nice to see not only yourself get more powerful, but get more powerful quicker as the time goes on. Ow. Yes, a 0 crit build with Broken Promises can work. A lot of the build, like the well-known people making builds right now, are advocating that actually. But for me, I don't like the feel of it. And now that I'm trying to do an actual crit build, it's difficult to switch back to it. So it is powerful, it is good, and if that's the playstyle you like and you're sure you're going to stay 0 crit for a while, go ahead. It definitely packs a punch, and seeing your damage number jump up that high is really satisfying. But now that I'm trying to do a more solo-oriented one, and I want to start trying to get Unity running, or even just I can't remember the name of the ring. Also true, maximum crit is 5% on your character, but I think the 0 crit was just in terms of how much you have on gear. You're right, you do by default have a 5% crit chance, just as the character. If you had a 0 as the monk, I think that might be still overpowered. Like, if you had a guaranteed every 3 seconds you had 100% crit uptime, that would be too much. As it is, Broken Promises is powerful. No doubt about that. It's just not... It's one of those things you have to 100% commit to. And if you're early in a season like this is gonna sting a lot. If you're early in the season like I am, and possibly occasionally switching between builds as your gear dictates, having to stay 100% in... Oh crap, I didn't even look at the fire. I mean, I'm still got time, but like, shame on me, I should have been paying attention. Having to shoehorn yourself into the 0% crit on gear when you're switching builds that might not always benefit from it, it's just... I don't know. As a late end game thing, it seems statistically really good though. Or so I hear. And I've got one in my cube in case I decide to switch back to it anyway. I hate that slow time. Sweet. Achievement 3 legendaries. Don't care about the gem person at the moment. Okay. And now to waste a level 35 rift on a level 2 gem to rank that guy up. Looks like I got more depth stickers. I've gotten a few of those, which is okay. I will, at some point, if I follow the build guide and get the items I need, be wearing the depth stickers instead of having them in the cube. So it's good to have a pair or two laying around. 850 shard capacity now, and we hope for shoulders. Nada. Okay. That was a fairly decent amount of shards from that too, so that went pretty well. I'm going to try a little higher. So we got Bull Cathos, don't care about. Justice Lantern, totally not the Green Lantern ring. Totally not at all. Oh, Pox Folds, okay. Do I care about having those around? 3 more enemies within 12 yards. I don't really care enough to put them in the cube. Though, I'll save them in case I change my mind. Put them there. I'm sure Uliana's is powerful. I've seen some videos and I've looked at the build guide and it definitely looks like it's going to pack a punch. It's a pun because it's... whatever. But my gear setup for it wasn't really good right now. I needed at least the weapon for the cube that reduced the cooldown on 7-sided strike. I don't know if Barbarian is the fastest in Greater Rifts right now. I think it might be very close between Barbarians and Monks. From what I hear, Barbarians are maybe a bit quicker to gear up? Maybe? I'm not sure. I know Barbarians are very popular right now. But so are Monks, so I'm not quite sure which is better. I'm enjoying the Monk for what it's worth, and things are definitely being cleared fast. But who knows, maybe sometime this season or next season I'll reroll Barb and maybe they'll be good then. Again, I know they're good right now, I just don't know between them and Monk which is, like, the best, per se. Alright, as long as I stay out of the fire and keep my Desert Shroud up for the big guys, it looks like things are going okay. Still can't believe I got killed by 3 fires in the last rift. That was not my finest shining moment. Though I should also pop a little bit extra defense. Never hurts. Though this one is definitely staying a bit closer to the time limit. Okay. Ground effects do a lot of damage. This is probably the limit of where my gear is going to take me for the moment. I don't think I'll be able to do higher than this one right now. Though I'm going to see this one to the end. I could also swap out one of my passes for near-death experience. That is a possibility. But I feel like if I have to rely on that too often, that I'm probably doing too high of a Greater Rift anyway. Oh, so it looks like right now Monk is a slightly ahead on the leaderboards. I haven't actually taken a look at them. But that said, those don't look very different. I mean, I've never been up in the 60s, so I don't know if Greater Rift 64 is that much harder than 63. It probably is. But it looks like at the time of this recording, Monk, the highest Monk is level 64, and the highest barbarian is 63. So, I guess at the time of this, it looks like monks, if they either have an edge, or the monk that is the highest has just gotten a little luckier on rolls than the barbarian who's the highest. That could always be the case. It's still pretty early in the season. So I doubt they both have the absolute best min-max. I need to move out of there. Ooh, what's that? Shield. Okay. In this Greater Rift, shield is definitely good. I'm okay with that. In the low rifts, I didn't really like it, but now shield is welcome. Gonna stand in all the fire just to tempt fate. And yeah, I think there's a chat comment about me tending to repeat myself on occasion, especially for things I'm looking for. It's tough because I don't want dead air time. That's not entertaining to anyone. But it can be difficult for me to pay full attention to the game and come up with non-repetitive things to say on occasion. It's also just an issue I have outside of trying to split attention. In real life, I just have a bad habit of repeating myself on occasion, so it does happen. Hopefully it's not too bad in the stream. I think after this I'm going to do one more Greater Rift, or regular Rift, I don't know, one more Rift, and then I'm probably going to take a break from the stream for the moment. It is getting very hot in here, and I cannot run the AC because it'll knock out the power, and that would also end the stream, so I'd rather end it officially than turn on the AC, have a loud blasting noise over the stream, and then have it die suddenly. It's not very professional. But I can do one more after this. Though this one is going to be cutting it close. I might make it. I might not. Though, I don't know if it's just that monks are really powerful right now, or if it's the cube, or a combination of both, but this is pretty much the highest rift I've ever done, even on my characters that aren't seasonal. Admittedly, I don't play as much as many people, so, but even a character that I had played a few hundred hours on, the Pet Witch Doctor, which isn't the greatest rifter at the time where I was playing it, I think the highest I did was the low 30s, so to get to a comparable power level, of course I got hit by the explosion, comparable power level in a few days, not bad. Yeah, this rift is a bit tougher. I haven't even been noticing the Paragon's numbers. I guess a 184 already? When you're focusing on not dying, it seems like those go by pretty quick. I guess I could switch back out of area damage to life on hit, but I don't know. Also lag spikes suddenly. Please don't kill me with lag, please. I don't know if the amount of life gain on hit that I get from Paragon would really make enough of a difference at this high of a torment. Maybe it does. But I feel like a lot of the things that kill me are big spike hits anyway. Explosions, fire, poison. Gotta keep that gauge a little ahead. I gotta make sure I have enough time for the boss. That's what I'm a little worried about. I'm worried I might not have quite enough damage, and that I die too many times, that I won't be able to get the boss in time. I think you get the drops either way, but I want the gem level ups, even though my gem is at a low rank anyway, and I don't need to be doing this high to level it. What's the point of the matter? Where the hell did that guy go? Oh, teleporter. Of course, I find big hitters when my defensive ability is on cooldown. Now it's up, should be fine. As long as I don't get frozen. Alright, still ahead. See, when I looked at the build guide for this variant of the build, I was wondering why it looked like Leoric's Crown was listed as not recommended, but required for the build. And I was like, you know, that can't be right. Now that I see how big cooldown reduction is for this particular build, I can see how that is required, and why I need to get my hands on one once I can unequip the helm that I have. Stay out of the pop. I'm so used to the lower levels where their explosion doesn't really do anything, but now I get used to standing in it and I die. Not worth stopping for like... Oh, those are probably the minions left over, yeah. Thought there was going to be like a pack of something worth killing back there. So this build in general kind of brings me back to my last wizard build I played, which was the mirror ball build, which was all about just the same concept of you have defensive abilities and you've got your okay, you've got your main damage source is actually one of your primaries, just a standard left click resource generating ability. I kind of like that that's a viable thing. Though I suppose viable depends on how much I can just stay alive. That is definitely the deciding factor at this point. Don't pop on me. Another dead end. Okay, I guess I just should have gone over that way. Gotta get that boss out here, though we should have enough time. I have gotten a bit of a lead on that bar, so now I'm not too worried about the time. Should definitely have enough time. I hope. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Every time I actually think of something, like a topic or something to talk about, suddenly I get a massive amount of spike damage and I gotta pay more attention to the game again. It's just the way it seems to go. Or worse, I don't notice the spike damage and I legitimately just die. Though in this case, no death on the boss. But the bosses aren't really the scary bit anymore. Ooh, that ring could be restraint. If that ring is restraint, I'll be very... the dead mouse amulet. Not gonna use it, but it's always just a entertaining thing to find. No, another wailing host. Okay. It's probably like my 4th wailing host. And I've got the Uliana's helmet already, so that's not... I mean, maybe it's an upgrade to it, so I'll stash it for now, but... I don't know, the dead mouse helmet, or not helmet, amulet, I love it as a concept. It's really hilarious to see it in use. I just don't feel like it's powerful enough to actually use on any higher level. Ugh, still no shoulder. Do you know what? I'm gonna pop an upgrade on a shoulder. Just for the chance that maybe it'll give me the one that I want. And I've got enough of these at the moment, so I think it's just 1, 2, 3? No, it's not. What else do I need? Reforge, upgrade. Oh, okay. I was doing it wrong. It's those. So, none of this really happened on the stream, but I've been gambling shoulders for a while, because originally I needed these shoulders too. Now I have them, of course. But, it's just, I've gotten so many profane pauldrons. Like, I comment that, oh, I've gotten a lot of these items, but honestly, I think I've gotten more profane pauldrons than any other legendary since the season has started. Like, by double, easily. And it looks like the chat is saying Dead Mouse Amulet is good for use in Big Bad Voodoo as a CC. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense. But I doubt this one's going to have that on it. Yeah, Epiphany. That would be an interesting one, but I don't feel like... I feel like having an extra passive is just better. But I can see it having a use, for sure. I'm going to shard this one, though, because... yeah. That said... I could put that in the cube now. That's actually worth it. Now, I keep forgetting about the cube. I'm going to keep that around. I will definitely cube that. I don't know if I'll use it, but it's something to consider. And the helmet goes over there. Alright, so I'm going to do my one more. It's going to be probably back to 35. I feel like 37 was a little too much. That said, it could have been the belt too. I didn't have the toughness from the belt. No, we're going to do 35. Split the difference. We're going to do 36. That's what it is. That's going to be my last one for this stream. Though I will be streaming more of this, quite possibly later today. I just need to cool off in here a little bit, and Diablo running my computer fans high makes it hot in here and uses too much power for me to run AC, so I gotta turn off the stream a little bit for that. But, in case it hasn't been obvious, I'm really enjoying the Monk this season. Not to say they've been bad other seasons, I've just never really tried them. It just seemed like this was the time to pick up the Monk. This seems to be like them at their highest point so far. And I am really enjoying it. It's taken me a while to get to this build. This resource generator build was the one I wanted to do from the start until the game decided, no, we're going to drop 6-piece Uliana on you within like 3 hours of you hitting 70, because, you know, they wanted me to play that build, but I kind of want this one, and I'm loving it. This has proven to be very strong. Not quite as tough as I'd like, but, I mean, that's the trade-off. You can't have everything. You can't just be the best toughness, the best damage. It doesn't really work. And I'm kind of hoping that once I get the bits of gear that I need to optimize this a bit better, that'll up the toughness quite a bit. And the damage, for that matter. Everything is just running away in here. Alright, do you know what? Screw you guys. Don't care about the succubi too much. If they gather up, I'll kill them. Like that. But if they're going to keep running away, then it's not worth it. Yeah, I should say the chat is saying that the cube upgrades are better for weapons because they cost blood shards, a lot of blood shards, whereas other things don't. And you're, again, totally right on that. This was the first time I had ever used the cube to try and upgrade something that wasn't a weapon, because I had noticed that as well. The cost of weapons from Kadala is just massive. But I was hoping that maybe the streamer RNG would work, and I'd have myself the shiny pair of shoulders and be able to wear the Leoric's crown. So I knew it wasn't optimal. It was just kind of one of those things where I was like, maybe. But no. I still need at least a good cube weapon for here, for this set, and I still need two separate weapons if I want to try and get Uliana's set to work well. So I will still be using the cube to upgrade fist weapons. No, not tab, not the one I was looking for at all. Thank you, game. I wanted Q, which I still ended up not hitting. I hit tab so many times I never actually popped the potion. Joy. Like, if I can get the cooldown reduction staff for Seven-Sided Strike, I may very well switch back to Uliana's. That, I feel, was the big thing I was missing. Though I was missing others. I was missing another fist weapon. I was missing a good Lion's Paw. I had the weapon, but it's not a good roll at all. Still needed bracers for it. There were a few. Still needed a belt. I think there was a belt that made it so that every hit of your Seven-Sided Strike makes your toughness go up. That would have been really good to have, but I just never got the roll. That's why, again, I'm keeping everything around. I don't want to stay 100% committed to one build if the game is going to keep saying, no, here's the weapons and items you need for the other. Gotta keep everything around so I could switch if I need to. Though I'm pretty sure I'm going to drop Broken Promises. I'm pretty sure I'm going to, for my Uliana build, make it crit instead of 0 crit. Which means a little bit of rerolling items, but not too bad. Ow. You'd figure 106 toughness, 177 with the dash. Oh, it's because I've got... never mind. It's because I had Desert Shroud up. Yeah, just 78 without Desert Shroud. Okay, that seems more in line with what I thought I had. A nice short map here. I like this map tile. It's always got a lot of enemies concentrated. It's not very big, you know where the entrance and exit are going to be. You never get lost in here. Okay, get out of the fire, get out of the fire, get out of the fire. All of my stuff was on cooldown, of course. But the teleport from Desert Shroud, from Epiphany, let me kinda weasel my way out. Okay, gotta stay alive. Thank you, game. Don't want to die here. Don't want to die at all, but I'm almost... Okay, yep, laser beam. I was gonna say, I am almost done with this rift and done with the stream. It would have been nice to have a deathless finale, but alas, no. Laser beams. It's the damn laser beams of death. Just gonna stay far away. Gonna stay over here. Let them go spin around, do their thing. I guess I can't dodge those damages. That's probably what it is. A lot of my defensiveness comes from dodge chance. So maybe you can't dodge spells and ground effects, which would make perfect sense. Though you can definitely dodge the hit from Frozen. From the Frozen Orbs. So I'm not sure. Oh, shield. That kind of makes that a bit easier. I do keep forgetting to repair as well. That's an issue I've been having lately. Although I've never let it actually break, so should be alright. I think it gives you enough of a notice that it's unlikely to break in the rift you're in unless you die a ton of times. Which I plan to avoid if at all possible. Once in this rift was enough for me. I say as I almost die again. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I got no heals left. Got it. It would be a lot of fun if the wizard had the Arcane Sentry as a skill. But at the same time, I don't feel like it would be fun to use, because either the damage would be as high as it is for the monsters, which would be OP and nobody would play any other build ever, or it doesn't do great damage, it's stationary and it rotates super slow, which could be effective, I guess, but you'd have to do a lot with monster placement. Not impossible, but I feel like something that targets enemies like the actual Demon Hunter Sentry would just be better. And you'd have the issue of you'd have to give it a distinctive visual, otherwise you wouldn't know the difference between your own arcane sentries and the ones that monsters put down, which would be a hilarious way to die, but it would get old pretty quick, dying because you thought they were your own sentries. Clearly I just need to get the amulet that makes me immune to arcane and put it in the cube. Though I'm pretty sure I have better rings that I should be using instead, but it might be good to have around. Wow, right exactly where I teleported to. And my epiphany is not up, so gonna kind of go it without it for the moment. Hopefully they don't hit that hard. Oh, never mind, it's up. And no, they don't hit that hard, so this should be fine. Definitely that lack of crit chance showing here. Those hurt. Those definitely sting a bit. Loot explosions. Best part of the game. Was that belt anything of note? Buff belt. No, nothing of note. Bracers could also be something I need. Yeah, you know what? I'll ID the rest in town, actually, but not what I was looking for. Still feels a little wasted using these on such a low rank thing. Alright, we're gonna ID whatever we got here, see if there's anything useful, and then I'm taking a break. Oh, that's not the ID, that's the stash. I doubt that's gonna be anything I need. Yeah, no. Don't care about those. Puzzle ring, yes! Do you know what? Yeah, I only said that I would save one for my friend. So, the final thing I'm going to do, after repairing, I'm going to the Realm of Greed. We're going to see if we can get some sweet loots coming from that. I don't think I'm going to care enough about Haunt, and I definitely don't care about the buff stuff. So, that will be my final thing for the stream for now, after I close this, and check for shoulders. Are those it? That's it! Okay, I got the shoulders I need. I'm not going to worry about re-rolling them right now. I'm going to pop that on. Where did the crown go? We're going to pop that on. I'll worry about min-maxing their stuff off camera. I'll re-roll and stuff. Gem, there. That, there. That can go back in stash. Okay. Gonna repair before I forget, do the Realm of Greed, and that should do it. This is a good way to test out the new, so I should still have the set bonus. The helmet's not great. I lost a bit of damage. I lost quite a bit on the shoulders, but they were ancient, so I mean, I don't know what else I would have expected from it. And put these somewhere just out of the way for the moment. Said out of the way. Thank you. Paragon, and I forgot to repair again. There's a big yellow thing there, and yet somehow Realm of Greed we go. The first time I did this I was on like hard. I think I got a random goblin kill on hard, and I got like 3 legendaries out of it, so hopefully. Oh, I'm only on Torment 6. I should have bumped it up. Too late, it's open. So Torment 6 it is. Breaking everything, because could be good. I had heard that this is one of the best ways to get quick legendaries. Hopefully that proves to be true. The money doesn't seem too terrible either. At all. Wow, the money's pretty good. I'm not super hard up for cash, but I definitely won't be after this. But I gotta break everything because I know sometimes goblins can just pop out of them. And more goblins is good. There we go. Yes, I should definitely have bumped this up to a higher torment. But it's too late. I already opened it. I've got another puzzle ring. I'll do that with my friend. We'll do it on like torment 7 or 8. Look at all the little guys down there going to the portal. Okay. And for anybody watching this that may not know, if you have a puzzle ring or a bovine, I can't remember the second word of the weapon, but the bovine weapon, hold on to them. You can put them in the cube as is, just on their own, and open a portal to either Greed's Realm, if you have the puzzle ring, or not the cow level, if you have the bovine weapon. I feel like the puzzle ring realm is a lot more beneficial, but the Cow King level is fun too. I mean, it's a level filled with cows. What's not to like? It's just not quite as profitable, per se. Though it's filled with resplendent chests, so maybe it's not too bad. We got another guy over here. I guess the plus side of doing it on T6 instead of 7 or 8 is I can know for sure I'm going to kill the goblins. They're definitely not getting away from the amount of damage I can do here. Yeah, a bit of gold coming from this. Just a smidgen. And I had one of those miscreants, so a lot more Death's Breath. All the good stuff. And on to the boss. Oh, the cow level's good XP, says the chat. Okay, that is good to know. It makes sense, there are a lot of cows in there. And the chests are nice too. There's just chests everywhere. This guy is totally not the butcher. It's Greed, not the butcher. And crushed by a chest. Let's see what we get. Oh man. Okay, not fantastic, but we can keep chomping them. I'm trying to pick up the items. 2 amulets. A set amulet I doubt I need, so it's probably not going to be great for me, but let's head back and see what we got. Besides a ton of money. I probably went up 100,000 from that. I didn't look at my before number, unfortunately. Also a cool portal effect. So Echoing Fury, don't really care about. I remember when that used to be a good thing. Traveler's Pledge, better number-wise, but it doesn't give me a passive or a socket, so sticking with what I got. Prevent all cold damage and heal yourself. I might put that in the cube. I also might get a better Hellfire Amulet at some point. But I just don't want to farm any more of those things. I hate farming those. Alright, not a bad end to this particular stream. Hopefully, oh, I got 10 people here now. Damn, I hate to end a stream with a lot of people. But I need to take a quick break. So I'll probably be back in about a half hour or so. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Thank you to the chat and all the people who have contributed and helped me out and given me tips and info. I really appreciate it all the time. I've clearly proven not to be the best at this, so all bits of help are welcome. Thank you for tuning in, and tune in next time for more Viperland.